Testing, testing. Let's see if we are actually live.
We'll find out.
We'll find out in a second, people.
Maybe.
It should come up in a second.
I struggle. Struggle's real.
We always do, don't we?
Uh,
There you go. I could hear myself. That's a good. That's a good sign.
Maybe.
There you go. So, happy Monday, everybody. I hope everybody is doing well, and so far you're having a good week. Although the I guess Hollywood started differently.
Yes.
For whatever reason, Hollywood started like Hollywood.
Making a show.
Yeah, and I've been a little bit active in my personal
A little?
Facebook account, just kind of like making fun of stuff and all that. But anyways, it's I don't know. It's kind of like hard not to talk about the whole thing that went down yesterday, and that's not what we're here for.
We're not here for that.
I understand that. It's just like I still in disbelief. But anyway, welcome back to our channel, and for those who happen to be new in this channel, thank you for joining us. We are Cool Case Adventures, family of four that loves going to theme parks and just record content to help anybody that want to come and visit our theme parks here in Florida. So we just talk about our experiences and the things that may or may not work.
That's right.
And honest opinion. So anyways, if you've never been part of our channel, well, you got a chance. Imagination travel, Michelle. How are you? What did Michelle say? Just don't talk about Jada. There you go. I've been on fire. The whole thing about last night. My take on is, the world is crazy as it is, and we don't need to fuse the fire anymore. At the end of the day, it's Will's and Jada's marriage, and we don't mess with that. That's on them. But you guys know, Hollywood celebrities. A lot of them like the drama, so it is what it is. Hello from Facebook. Thank you for joining us. So I promise you that I will not talk about Bruno or Jada.
Why not? At least Bruno.
Because I don't want to get slapped.
Not Jada. Bruno, at least.
But even if I talk about Bruno, I may get slapped. I don't know.
No, man.
I'm afraid now
I won't slap
of making even jokes.
I won't slap you.
So, live on two wheels. Hello. Chino, how are you? How are you, my friend? But anyways, a lot of things have been happening in the theme park. It's crazy because we did that live Tuesday, and I told you, like, hey, we're going to talk about this now because more is coming. And Wednesday, social media was on fire with the theme park news. So, we're going to go over some Universal stuff. We're going to go over some Disney content. But there's a lot to talk about as usual. Steph, it was not a good performance.
No,
not at all. Not at all. Lisa, hi, how are you? Although I don't know if you all see it, but Will Smith officially issued an apology, and he included Chris on his apology this time around. So hey, that's a step. I mean,
it's a good step.
You have to start somewhere.
Lisa apologized and included Chris this time.
Yeah, but you know what? I'm going to talk about.
You have 2 seconds.
I got 2 seconds. I promise you I'll leave you with this one. And here's the problem why. There's nothing that justifies Will's action or anybody's action that does that. You know what I mean?
Right.
Big John is in the house. Yeah, but buddy, we missed you last week. Chadrika, hello. So anyway, there's nothing that justifies Will Smith's action at all, or of any violence. I've been telling Karen now since this whole pandemic started. I personally follow Will. He has a YouTube channel, in case you guys didn't know. And the reason why he started this YouTube channel is to vlog about his life and his adventures. And I started like following it. I mean, I'm a fan of Will and all that. I was raised with Fresh Prince of Bel-Air and all that. And I noticed, and in those vlogs, I kind of noticed certain behaviors. And I remember telling Karen almost 2 years ago, or a little bit over 2 years ago now, I said, Karen, I think there's something going on with him.
Right.
And I was like, I see in his eyes, and I was like, there has to be some kind of like depression. Something's going on. He's not right. And then not too long ago, what I mean not too long ago, it was a few months ago when he announced the whole the series that he produced for Bel Air.
Yeah, the new Bel Air.
The new Bel Air that is in Peacock. I haven't even seen it because it didn't call my attention. And I did tell Karen, you know, there's something big going on, and I think it's mental illness. And that's the only reason why I'm going to touch about this subject, because mental illness still a taboo in this country. This country rather talks about sex openly than saying, hey, we got a mental illness problem. And mental illness can be PTSD, could be anxiety, could be depression, it could be a combination of all of that. Miss Chris, how are you? Hopefully everything is going well. But the problem is that every time that you mention mental illness, people, whoa, no, we don't want to talk about that. And mental illness exists, guys. I mean, and I'm not afraid. We are an open book. Obviously, there's certain things we gotta keep private. I'm not gonna be like Jada and Will Smith and have a red table conversation and talk about our sex life and all that. But I promise you guys a transparency among the four of us, the things that we like and don't like. And I have said it in a couple of vlogs. I suffer from severe anxiety. I was diagnosed maybe in May. It's gonna be what, 4 or 5 years now, and I didn't even know that I had it until the whole thing exploded. And obviously, I have to make a lot of adjustments in my life. Karen, bless her heart, and the kids, because there's days that it's bad. I mean, there's days, and it could happen even now, where I'm talking to you guys and I start breaking sweats, and I started like feeling dizzy. I mean, you have no control over this anxiety or panic attacks. And I have said it over and over. I as much as I try to get along with everybody, I mean, you know, it is what it is. There's people that I don't even like. We all have people like that, you know. But I don't wish anxiety even in my worst enemy. That's how bad anxiety is. So obviously, as a person who suffers from anxiety, who follows Will, I'm observing him and I'm telling Karen, that guy, we need to be, somebody needs to keep him in check. And it started floating since yesterday. There's people talking about it since yesterday, and you're gonna hear more people talking about him in the next few days. Is people are thinking about Robin Williams, where he hid all the emotions and all that, and all of a sudden that happened. Now, Robin Williams might have not stepped up on the stage and slapped somebody. I get that. However, there's something going on with Will Smith, and you can see it. You can see it. I mean, if you watch that video, and I spent all day long watching videos and watching people's opinion on YouTube and all that. The fact that he snapped like that, and if you read his apology letter, it sounds like that's what happened. You know, something hit him. And again, when you deal with emotions, and not justifying that, but when you deal with emotions, when you have mental illness, a lot of time you cannot control what's happening.
Right.
And that's the scary part, because people are wondering, well, wait a second, he's Will Smith. He did that. We didn't see no security going around. You know, how about he would have tried to strangle the guy? You know, people are thinking like that, and which is opening a whole other issue. Like, why okay with him but not with everybody else? I'm not gonna get in that. All I gotta say is that just like we wish everybody, we wish people the best. Will Smith is an outstanding um, actor and outstanding. I love him as a rapper and all that. I wish the guy nothing but the best. I hope he's able to fight these demons. And I'm an advocate of, again, I'm not gonna lie and hide stuff. I suffer from anxiety. Mental illness is real. There's times that even when I vlog, I had to push myself to get out of my comfort zone and talk about other things. And that's another reason why I love theme parks that much. Because just like you guys, when you come here to enjoy the theme parks, you have to admit to yourself it's an escape from reality. And so we all do it for the same reason. So if I wouldn't share this personal issue that I have, you guys probably would have seen me like we see Will and we see all these celebrities. Like, oh my God, Carlos has the perfect life. Karen and Carlos love each other. There's no problem. They have the perfect life. They're lucky. They're blessed. You know, oh my God, I wish I could do that. And I mean, we all think the same way, even when we watch other bloggers and all that. It's a camera, and we believe on being positive. We believe on giving you guys something to look forward. I'm a prankster. I like making jokes and stuff like that. So even though when I'm down, the kids know it, and the kids start like either hugging me more. They distract me.
Right.
They others say, I honestly, I love when I'm not doing well because they behave completely 100%.
I give them the warning.
Yeah, they talk to Karen and they behave right away. But then they come to me, Daddy, are you okay? Is there anything I could do for you? Hey, I just want to tell you I love you. And they start making jokes, especially Kalel, who's just a prankster, and he's a little clown like me. And then I started getting like, I start laughing and I snap. But anyways, mental illness, people, is real. We have to talk about it. We need to address it. Lisa, we kind of sort of believe the same thing. Yeah. That's what the first thing that Karen said. Michela,
I think he's also trying to secure that Oscar.
Well,
to keep it.
I mean, he worked his whole damn entire life for that. Can you imagine? That's like us if we grow this channel. When we grow this channel, because I'm gonna stay positive. When we grow this channel, and all of a sudden we decide to either quit YouTube or you know what I mean?
Right.
Every content creator has a dream to make it to the 25K, to the 50K, to the 100K, and there's a few content creators that make it to 100K and they slow down. There's others that continue to be passionate about it. That's like us. We make it to 100K and we're like, okay, instead of putting 3 to 4 videos, how we're just gonna do one, or we're gonna post it once in a while, whatever. You know,
that won't happen.
What he did, that's exactly what he worked his entire life. He finally got what he deserved, mind you, because he deserves it. And even though I haven't watched that movie, but I have watched other movies of Will, and Will is an amazing actor, and he deserves it. So, you know, I believe it. So, Sheila, you suffer from anxiety and depression. I'm sorry to hear that. It's just like, oh my God, it sucks though. Yep, he knows exactly what he did. Is this a new tattoo? No, I had this tattoo now. Oh, geez. Like maybe almost 10 years.
I was gonna say like 10 years.
It's just that I never wear short sleeve. Sorry, it's like
it's opposite. Yeah.
It's the opposite of what you guys are seeing. I barely wear short sleeve, but you might be able to see it, you know, when I wear my regular sleeve shirt like this, you might be able to see this part over here. No, this is not I had this tattoo as a matter of fact, I did this tattoo when I was 30, when I turned 30. I'm currently, I'm going to be 42, right? In May. I'm going to turn 42 in May. Superman is my favorite character. If you haven't realized, Kal-El, our son, is named after Superman. That's his biological name, Kal-El. And then I decided to get the Superman tattoo and basically write the kid's name in Kryptonian.
That's Kal-El.
And this is Skylar
right here.
Yeah, that was my first tattoo at the age of 30. And the reason why I waited so long, not to disrespect anybody, it had to be meaningful I didn't want to do something that a few years after I will be like regretting it, right? You know what I mean? So I obviously the kids were born, and I'm like, Karen, I have to do this. So at the age of 30, the kid Kyla was 2, and Kaleo was Kaleo was just a newborn. I said, Karen, I really have to do this. I'm gonna go with my favorite superhero, and I want the kids tattoo on name on my arm. I've never been. I mean, this is like the heaviest that I've been. So when I did this tattoo, you could see the definition of my shoulder because I used to lift a lot of weight. And then later on, a few years after, maybe when I was 35, 36, I decided to complete it over here. So I found a artist who is actually Polynesian, was because he's deceased, unfortunately. And I'm a fan of Dwayne The Rock Johnson. You know, who's not, right? But I have followed The Rock since that he started his wrestling career, and I admire all the tattoo. So for Polynesian tattoo, everything has a meaning. So for me, it was very important to find somebody who was from native
and knew the actual symbols.
Exactly. So I went to him. We sat down. Making a long story short, I told him everything that was meaningful for me in my life, and I said, "Man, I just don't want anything below the elbow, but just go at it." And then he went. He drew it, and I fell in love. And it's crazy because every time that I wear short sleeves, especially on the cruise, when people see it, they're like, "Oh my God, we love that tattoo," and so do I. It is in my goal to eventually find another Polynesian artist because, like I mentioned, his disease and extend it either here or do it in the other arm. So that's the quick story
on the tattoo.
We got your back, and then thank you so much, Big John. You have no idea how much that means to anybody that suffer from anxiety or have any mental illness. The last thing the person needs is like, why are you worrying about that, or why? Which obviously for Karen, that was a whole process. Everything, oh, it's gonna be okay. Kind of like get over it.
Well, I'm the very optimistic person that things happen for a reason, so we'll get through it.
Yeah. So but it's how you reward it. It's more like, hey, we got your back, like you said, or
I learned how to rephrase it.
Right. Hey, let's not worry about that. Tell me now what I can do for you.
Right.
What can I do to make it better? Or Karen, she doesn't even say anymore. She just does it. And I noticed that. And then once I come down, I look at her and I say, hey, I appreciate what you did. Thank you so much, man. I know that I wasn't, because even my mood changes, you know. And if you ever see me in a park and I have gone through, and I'm having anxiety attacks, you may not see me as smiley, or you may see me distracted, or stuff like that. But Big John, every time that you show support like that, it means the world to somebody that suffers from anxiety. They might take away his Oscar right here. Yep, that's what they're saying. That's what they're saying. Thank you so much, Cecilia. For that. Thank you so much. But anyway, let's enough of mental illness. Enough.
Carlos 101.
No more Carlos 101. That's why you guys didn't sign off. Although you guys are getting to know us better. So we wish Will the best and anybody involved the best. But anyway, really quick, we're gonna go over some Universal stuff and some Disney. And just to start, this is something that is brand new. We happened to be in the park last Saturday. We saw it. It was kind of cool. I forgot telling you that I was gonna tell Cameron, I want this just to start taking it for work or something. I was just gonna tell you something silly like
nothing that you take fits in there.
Or like exactly, or this one. This one is pretty cool. But if you have the opportunity next time, go to Jurassic Park Outfitters, because that's where they have all these Jurassic Park things, or any of the stores in Jurassic Park. They have a lot of cool merch, guys. A lot of cool merch. I feel like Jurassic Park, unless they don't have an attraction like the Velocicoaster, or they're coming up with a brand new movie, they don't get mentioned. But Jurassic Park,
They don't get love. They don't get the love.
Their merchandise is something that you shouldn't be sleeping on it because they do have cool merch. $24 for this lunchbox. If you have kids or
nothing
nephew or whatever, this is something cool.
You could probably put your wallet in there.
Maybe. Yes, it's an old school metal lunchbox, and then they have this one that is like the one that they sell on
the fabric
Walmart
one
and all that. But this one is pretty cool though.
Yeah.
I like it. I mean, not to be sarcastic or disrespectful, but I like the colors because if you buy it for your kid and they miss it and they don't see it, then there's a problem,
you shouldn't lose it.
But even for us as parents, I'm like, hey, where do you leave your there it is,
It's bright.
So
Calls
it's
attention.
pretty bright, yeah. So I like it a lot. So don't sleep on Jurassic Park merch. Another thing, I did not see this. Did you see this?
I saw them. I didn't think they were new though.
Yeah, no. These are the Lanyard pouches.
Holder, yeah. The pouches, yeah.
So you can represent your house. And which house are you?
Hufflepuff.
Okay, so
I'm a Hufflepuff.
For $8, you can find them now.
Those are cute.
I did not see it for whatever reason.
I saw them, but I thought they weren't. I didn't think they were new.
Michela says that she loves it.
I know they're nice.
And this is like another one thing I can tell you. I'm not a Harry Potter fan. However, Universal is killing it with Harry Potter merch.
Yeah.
Like, even though I'm not a fan, sometimes I'm like, man, I like that shirt. And
even their water bottles that are coming out now, they're so cute.
Well, what's funny is that Kyla goes like that. That's not even your house. And I'm like, Kyla, I don't care. I like the color. I don't care about which house I belong to. I just like the color. But they're killing it with the merch, man. I mean, so Michela says I need that. So know that they have it. It's $8, which is
the one with the 4 houses is really pretty.
Yeah. So anyway, what else they have?
Whoop,
we
whoop.
talked about this last week, and the next day, boom, dates released for Halloween Horror Nights 31. Tickets are on sale now. I'm gonna say it like this.
Oh boy.
My feeling is this wasn't supposed to be released onto a specific time, and the Orlando Informer, and we have met Taylor and the group, and we love nice people. Either Universal's marketing team fell asleep and forgot about the timing of release, or Orlando Informer released it at a time that they weren't supposed to release it. Those are the two options that happen. They probably agree, okay, these cannot be released until whatever day at 7:00, and their marketing team in Universal fell asleep. They missed the boss, and Orlando Informer were like, okay, 7:00 it is.
We'll take it.
The reason why I say that is the Orlando Informer were the first one to break out the news. And if Orlando Informer weren't as reputable as they are, probably people were like, nah,
yeah, right. You're right.
You're bluffing. But they actually released the news before Universal themselves. And on top of that, Orlando Informer were selling tickets before Universal, which is the craziest thing.
Yeah.
And then about half an hour after, Universal went ahead and released more stuff. It's like, so it was kind of like interesting to see that dynamic. And of course, I'm a firm believer of trust but verify. So once Orlando Informer released it, I went to Universal and I was like, they haven't said anything. Universal Twitter, nothing. And then I kept checking on that day, and of course, Joe broke the news for HHM for me. Is it normal for it to be released this early? Yes. It is normally. Remember, theme parks. This is how theme parks operate. We're going into April, so Mardi Gras for Universal is a thing of the past.
Yeah,
they already have to build up the excitement for the next big event, and then that in September, mid-September, you're gonna start hearing about holiday stuff. So it's really normal. Now Disney, focus a little bit on the Easter. Right. Then they focus on Memorial Day a little bit, and then around April you're gonna see or May, beginning of May, you're gonna start hearing about either Mickey Not So Scary Halloween or whatever, Boo Bash, whatever the hell they're gonna call it this time. So it's very normal. So this didn't catch me by surprise, but what caught us by surprise is that they started not selling tickets, is that they started selling like the behind the scenes tours and all that. That normally doesn't come as early. That usually come around May or June. And then around June or July, that's when they announced the multi-night tickets. And so if you want the frequent fear pass and all that, which we highly recommend you do that, that's when you actually gonna see it around June or July. But yeah, I try to stay on top of the big news, and I put it either on Instagram. If you belong to our plus size group in Universal, I try to share it well, because it's kind of hard for me to kind of keep up our Instagram, our Facebook page, our Twitter, and then because I'm one of the administrator of Universal Studio Plus Size and more, then I'm sometimes I forget, sometimes I take care of that first so I could then focus on our social media. So I try to keep everybody up to date. Got my tickets 9/20. That's awesome. Good for you. In regards to the tickets, you could get your tickets now. That's what we're gonna do. I'm about to probably tomorrow or maybe tomorrow. Buy tickets for the opening night, and what we'll do is, and you could do the same thing. So let's say Cecilia wants to upgrade her ticket for a multi-night ticket pass. All you have to do is just like contact Universal or go to get service and upgrade it. Or if you're staying in one of the resorts, you could do it through the concierge desk on the lobby, or Universal planning, how they call that. So
it's not concierge.
They do have concierge, but it's in the, depending on the hotel, is right next to the front desk. So so that waiting for me, HSN
resort packages.
It's all depend. They're already out
for Halloween Hornet.
I could get them. Don't forget, we are also travel agents, and I went and checked, and there's already packages going on. And if you go to their website, because I think I was in.
I won't do it then.
If you go to Halloween Horror Nights and you go over here, it takes you directly to their website. And I was around. You see,
right there,
right here.
Halloween Horror Nights hotel and ticket packages.
So you could start booking. And one thing I gotta tell you guys, I know that we keep saying contact us. Even in our videos, we started saying that contact us for if you want to book with a travel agent. A lot of people don't know this. Travel agents are free. We don't get paid anything. All that you get from us is just like a direct attention, and you book through us, and then we help you planning. So we'll tell you, we guide you, and all that. So not only me, but if you go through any travel agent, that's what they do. It's free. We don't get paid for that. But if you rather go and do it on the website and like, okay, I don't understand this, I don't understand that. I'm a certified travel agent through Universal and Disney, so I have to go to classes, get my certification, which I recently did, and I update them and all that. So they keep us up to date, and we have a different website that they tell us, and they talk to us about the different things. As a matter of fact, in October, I'm actually attending to a training for our travel agency group from Universal alone. Right. So it's just only us. So we get kind of like they take us around all the resorts, and they show us, and we get like a one-on-one training from Universal, and I'm that's pretty cool. very hyped about that one. So but anyways, yes, you can find it on the website. and or just contact us. We'll help you. Michela said, "Can't wait for Christmas announcement. Not a big Halloween fan. Yeah, they will come over the summer.
We are big Halloween fans.
I'm Halloween. We're actually Halloween and holidays.
We're holidays.
If you've been following us for a while, you know that when it comes to Halloween season, it's just like bombarding of content left and right because here in Florida there's a lot. But then we shift to holidays and we're like the same thing, the same passion. That it's a different environment.
Right.
We like
it's a different feeling.
Yeah, we like the spookiness, but at the same time, we like the joy that the holidays bring. So
it's two different events.
So all right. So now that you could go over here and find all the information needed for Horror Nights, that's the only thing that they announced. And it's going to be running from September 2nd all the way to October 31st. This is the first time that they do it for that long, because September 2nd is the beginning of Labor Day weekend.
Every year they start earlier.
Yeah. And this is not new. The first weekend of September, what is new is the amount of nights, because the majority of the weeks they're running it from like Sunday, they take off Monday and Tuesday, then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so they have there you go.
That means Disney's gonna start in August.
Right. No, they are gonna start in August. They have been for the last 2 to 3 years. So this is basically and I announced it this way when I would put it on social media. You put it in extra, but the shortcut, just type Halloween Horror Night 2022 and it takes you there. But the extra, the behind the screen on masking the horror tour, with a lot of people recommend. We never done it, but a lot of people recommend doing it. This is when they take you during the day to 3 or 6 houses. You pick, you choose, and they explain you the backstory of the house, that you could see it with the lights on. You're not allowed to take pictures or videos, but you get more into detail of everything that they have to offer. But this extra stuff, this is the first time they start selling it as early. So,
trying to make money.
And then you got the RIP tour, and now I see a lot of people complaining, oh, the first night is sold out, blah, 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 blah. Well, they're going to sell out because first night is media night, and they're not going to, they want to give certain, whoever they invite as media, a tour. So, but just so you guys know, the first night is already sold out, starting at $250 a person.
Wow.
So, yeah, it is a long time. So, you see, guys, I'm glad that you continue to connect with us, because we talked about it last week and boom, the next day it is out. Remember that last week we talked about speculation. That's all that we talk about. I told you about 90% of the time that the site gets it correctly. So now there's another 10% that can change. Apparently, Weekend has confirmed, which I mentioned last week, but he posted a couple more things. We're gonna talk about a little bit more into this. So it says never go alone, which is the same theming that they used last year for whatever reason. And we're going to look at this wallpaper in a second. But Universal went ahead and the same day and confirmed that there's going to be a total of 10 houses, which it confirms that they're actually going to use the Fast and Furious queue line that we talked about last week, and say, hey, there's permits already issued. There's a tent that already went up. They also confirmed 5 scare zones and 2 live shows. Last week we said, okay, the Fear Factor theater hasn't been touched. Not the theater, the auditorium, whatever you want to call that, because they stopped whatever they were gonna do. They confirmed 2 live shows, so we are
assuming that one has to go there.
That one of them is gonna go in there, exactly, unless they use the sound stages on the back.
True,
but we shall see. So now there's 10 house of 5 scares and two live show, which is good news. Now, They never go along. It's the same theming as last year. Let me see if I miss anything now. When you look at this wallpaper over here, a lot of people are speculating one thing. Last year when we had the house, the Haunting of the Hill House, there's a second movie that Netflix came release. The It's kind of like a not. It's similar to what they had, but not quite.
Right.
So this wallpaper is used on that movie. And I cannot remember. I will have to go to Netflix and look it up. It's something about Manor. I'm sorry. So, but anyways, now the big speculation is because they released this wallpaper. People are like saying, "Wait a second! I remember seeing that on the movie from Netflix." And the what is it? It's called The Haunting of Bly Manor. That's what it's called, The Haunting of Bly Manor. I started that series, and that was back in 2020, and actually fell asleep. I didn't like it at all because it was too slow for me. And anyway, so if they ended up confirming that that's what is coming, then unfortunately for me,
but that doesn't mean that the house is not going to be good. I mean, you might know the storyline, but they can still make the house good.
A lot of people are not a fan of these things. Wow, so, but the cool thing, bottom line, the exciting thing is that we know the Universal and Netflix have a big contract, right, which is awesome. Because again, it's opening a lot of opportunities for the future.
Right.
And we hope that it continues to be that way. Steph says, my boyfriend and I couldn't get through it either. Yeah, it was boring as heck. And then, once you watch the Haunting of the Hill House, you're like, holy, yeah, it leaves you like in a holy crap mode. You're like, oh my God. So this has to be something shocking like that. And if I'm not mistaken, I kid you not, I made it to halfway through episode 3. You see?
You got far?
Yeah, it has 9 episodes, and I made it to halfway through episode 3. And I remember falling asleep in the house and all that because it was boring. But people have actually shown a part of this series where they have a similar wallpaper to this one. So the big speculation is that this might be a house. Because remember, the speculation map that we showed last week happens to be about 90% correct. So we'll see. More to come. But that's basically the theming for this year again. And with that said, they didn't hold back to just release. And this, I forgot, last year was the first time that they did it like that soon. So when they released that, I was kind of like surprised, but I was like, okay, Carlos, slow down, buddy, because this is not the first time. So in 5 and that, the first thing that they did is they announced it online about the merchandise. In the same day that they announced it, they released these merchandise at 5 and dime. Karen and I had the opportunity to see it in person. We like it. I actually like that shirt.
I took pictures. I just didn't post it.
Sadly, I own too many Halloween Horror Night shirt, and we're actually saving money because we got a couple of surprises for you guys coming. For all of us as a family.
Cool videos coming. Yeah,
cool content coming. So we had to save some money. I was like, I got too many shirts, so no, don't worry. But I actually like it.
He's got a lot of shirts.
I like it. Yeah, I bought probably like maybe 80% of the Halloween Horror Night shirts that was released this year.
Yes.
This was, I think, $35, and this thing, the ornament, is $20. Yeah. So you can find it on 5 and dime if you happen to go soon.
They're cool. I like them. I like that whole 2-color, like the collar.
I like, the sleeves. Yeah, that's my vibe there too. I like it too. And if they do it like last year, they're probably gonna go through this merchandise, and then they're gonna change their display, and then later on they're gonna release more merch, and they're gonna continue kind of like the hype. Now the ornament is pretty dope.
Yeah, the ornament is pretty
cool. I actually liked it a lot. So, cool thing. Lisa said, I saw it, so excited, can't wait. Yes.
Yeah.
Lisa, are you planning to come to HHN here or California or both? Let me
Yeah, they're cool. The ornaments are really cool.
Let me know. And if any of you are coming for the opening night, let us know. We will be there. Last year, a couple of people met us.
Yeah.
And ended up hanging out with us. And quite honestly, they ended up enjoying it because, they use our knowledge of Horror Nights, and they ended up doing a lot.
They were exhausted by the end of the night.
Yeah, but we got them through.
But they saw almost every house.
Lisa said both.
Nice.
That's cool. Well, anyways, we hope that we're able to see you. But that's for HHM merch. Now we're going to continue to things like the Miss Sheila enjoys to talk, which is more Harry Potter. Here's the Hawk's Head mug. Oh. We did see the mug. I did not see.
We didn't look at the hats.
I was around.
I didn't see him.
I looked the whole thing. I think this was released the following day.
It makes sense.
So, Liz said last year I was there opening weekend with all the rain. Yep.
That opening night was horrendous.
Mm-hmm. The opening night was unforgettable. Trust me.
Hopefully, we'll have better luck this year.
Well, I tell you what, I'm packing to. I'm planning
umbrellas and flip flops.
Yeah, and I'm planning to stay on property again.
Woo-hoo!
So we're also bringing 2 pairs of shoes. Because then last year, what happened?
Oh yeah.
Last year, what happened is that we had you had been invited to the premiere of Remy Ratatouille. So we had to wake up early. We had to be there like at 9 o'clock. And we had to walk Epcot with flip flops because I have flip flops.
I don't think all of us have flip flops that day. I think I have my tennis.
You have to wear your soaked sneaker. Anyway, we did Epcot. We got out of Epcot. We came home. We grabbed new pairs of shoes. Yeah. Drove back to Universal, and that's when we went to Cabana Bay to do the whatever exhibit of Jack the Clown they had there. We left there and went back to the theme park, so it was like back to back. So we were busy. It was a very busy weekend. So
yeah, we saw the mug. We didn't see the hat. I wasn't looking for the hat.
So the cap is $26. So no, that is inexistent. Lisa, this if you haven't been there, I'm not sure how long this is gonna last, but I know this was the talk of the weekend. A full walkthrough of Kirby and the Forgotten Land 3D pop-up is in Universal City Walk on Hollywood.
That's cool.
I've seen some videos and picture. It looks pretty cool though. You could stand over there and take pictures. So
that's cute.
Very cute. So now that is there, Lisa. These are like
I saw that, yeah.
That was new. That's new. That came out. I think it was yesterday. I am liking this vibe.
That was there.
Was it?
Yeah, on Saturday.
All of it?
Yep.
I did not see it.
I saw it when that was in 5 and 9, whatever. That's store school.
I actually like it.
Yeah. I was gonna tell you that I like the hat, but then we got sidetracked.
$57.
But it's nice.
$57. Oh, like okay. So Lisa saw that whole Kirby thing. It was like 2 minutes. Yeah, I figured. Universal Hollywood is kind of strange. They don't bring a lot of like crazy things like they do over here. Over here, they go super. No, over. They actually spend the money. They devote themselves. Hollywood, I know
Hollywood's Hollywood.
They kind of hold back for whatever reason, and they close super early. Don't they close around 5 or 6 o'clock almost all year long? I think so. It's just like kind of odd. But anyways, I'm vibing with this hoodie.
That's Jonathan Edward Gibson.
Hey Jonathan, how are you? So yeah, I'm actually enjoying.
I like it. I like that line.
So you actually saw it, and you forgot to tell me.
I didn't know it was new. I was gonna mention the hat.
Oh,
you know me. You and Kyla are the ones that recognize what's new and what isn't. I'm oblivious to all this.
Yeah, Kyla and I can legit walk on Universal and Disney, and we spot new things left and right.
I spot new things that both of them are like, that's not new, Karen.
Oh, so they're closing at 10 p.m. Okay, good. That's good. Oh, because of they have spring break down there. So Jonathan said, I'm good just walking the treadmill while watching. Hey, that's awesome. For you. That's awesome. Hopefully we keep you entertained. Keep it up. Keep it on. So anyway, this is pretty cool.
Yeah.
I liking the fact that Universal continues to step up their game on the merch. They do not release as much merch as Disney does. No. Disney is kind of hard to give up. I was telling Karen that we have to go back to Disney Spring and do a video on all the new merchandise, because I know I've seen the new merchandise just by walking by, where we just haven't had the time to record.
I want the new emos.
So
they're so cute.
But there's a lot. It's so much that it's kind of hard to keep up over there.
I like that hoodie.
Juan Antonio, hola, we back. Hola, we back. I like the hoodie instead of Universal. I prefer all our way back. We gotta do something with all our way back. We're convincing Kyla, because for whatever reason she doesn't want to do it. $27 for a baseball cap.
It's not that she doesn't want to do it. She wants a cool design. So I need to sit her down with me so we can come up with the design. Because sometimes I make designs. She's like, Ma, really? I don't like it.
Kyla is just being Kyla. I don't like this one as much.
No, that one's not cool. But the other one, I like the other one.
Yeah. Kyla just being Kyla. Well, a teenager. She's just in that age.
I like that one. I like the green one.
She's in that age that it's very hard to kind of like please. She's not. Don't get me wrong. She's a good girl. She barely gives us a hard time. Barely. I mean, minimum. I mean, she has to have a bad day. But sometimes she just go extremely picky. So now she's in the age. You cannot longer go to a store and randomly buy her something, because then she's like, I don't like her. She's becoming extremely picky.
I can't buy me something either, because she'd be like, Mom, no, that's not. So, you're not gonna wear that. That's not cool enough.
Lisa, yeah, that's Disney. Universal's getting up there too.
Yeah, but Disney has merchandise like every other day, pretty much. Like,
and their prices, man.
They just keep going up and up.
So I like that. There you go, Miss Sheila.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Brand new, because you're not on top of news like I am.
No, like when we went.
No, this came out yesterday.
But you're right. I'm not on top of it. We're not gonna lie.
Now you guys know who's on top of things.
To be honest, I stay away from like social media and the phone and all that. That's all Carlos.
She does.
I'm an artistic person. I like to do art and I like to do craft and I like to be busy. Like him, like making stuff. Not like that's not me.
So what's funny is that I pick and choose the news that we're gonna go over every week, and maybe 80% of the time Karen doesn't know what the heck we're talking about. So when you see her like, oh, that's cool.
That's a true reaction.
That's a true reaction, because she doesn't keep up with the news.
Even Disney news. He knows more about Disney than I do, and I work for the company.
Yeah. So Miss Sheila is geeking out with it.
I know.
Sheila, I saw when I saw this yesterday, I thought of you immediately.
Sheila's a Hufflepuff, right, Miss Sheila?
So these are the new mugs available at Universal Resort, $20.
Well, I mean, they go hand in hand. Coffee mug addiction.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So for $20, you could own these amazing, and it looks pretty dope.
It does.
See, these are the kind of merchandise again that I'm not a Harry Potter fan, but it wouldn't hurt me by getting my own cup, because I like it.
And stuff like that. I would say get all 4 of them to have the houses. You know what I mean? Like, it's not just get your house. Like, I would get all of them just to have the set. Since they're 4, it kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh, she's Ravenclaw.
She's Ravenclaw. There you go. Is that my house?
No.
What? I don't even know my house.
You're Gryffindor.
I'm what?
The Gryffindor.
What color is that?
The red one. The main house.
The red one.
Kyle's a Hufflepuff with me, but he acts like a Slytherin.
Yeah. So this is me.
That is you.
According to
the main house.
According to the test that I took on the WB studio lot.
They put the hat on you, and then they tell you what house you belong to.
So according to that,
I
was told that I'm a Gryffindor.
Kyla did not appreciate that at all.
And my reaction off camera, because Kyla's like, I don't know how you could be a Gryffindor, and I told her, whatever, I like the color red. That's all I care about. She's like, Dad, it's not about that. It's not about the color. I'm like, kiddo, whatever.
But it kind of does represent your courage, determination, and bravery.
Well, thank you.
It's kind of you.
What do you need?
Money.
You need money.
Yeah.
You and me both need money.
I don't need anything.
But that was nice of you.
See, guys, I try to give him a compliment. See how it didn't get me back.
That's nice of you.
No, whatever. I take it back. I took the compliment back.
But anyway, was it Jonathan who said
yes,
Gryffindor?
Gryffindor, yeah.
Okay.
Kyla's Gryffindor, I believe.
So there you go. Jonathan, you and I are the same house.
He didn't even know that, so don't.
Well, again,
don't celebrate too much.
According to the big magician hat that it was put on me, I am a Gryffindor.
I believe Kyla's Gryffindor, if I'm not mistaken.
Did she?
I believe so. Let me ask her. Pretty sure she is.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I don't know what Kyla is.
She's Gryffindor, I think. Kyla's a Hufflepuff like me, but he likes Slytherin more. But every time he's taking a test, it usually puts him in the Hufflepuff house.
Did you guys got to see that video that we did the WB tour? Do you guys know what we're talking about?
The best, if you go to LA and you have the opportunity, you have to do this. I mean, if you like movies and sets and shows like that.
I don't even remember how do we. It's not coming up. I know that it had a lot of views at one point.
Wasn't like the WB experience. Oh, I think Warner Brothers. Was that us or no?
Was it a studio? I'm trying to find that video so you guys. Yeah, there it is. See, it has some views. 1.4, 1,400. And how I discovered the WB Studio Tour is through Ordinary Adventure. I highly recommend you guys. I mean, we have not met Ketra and Peter in person. We saw them a couple of times in Halloween Horror Night, but we couldn't say hi to them. We're dying to meet them. Very, very awesome content creators. So that's how I found out about this tour, the WB Studio Tour. And immediately once I saw that, I sent it to Karen and said, Karen, this is a must. And she's like, let me double check, because I don't know if they still like that now, but I know that back then you had to make reservations and limited capacity.
And it was per time.
So
hi y'all.
Kyla, what house are you?
I'm a Gryffindor.
She's a Gryffindor.
You're so that's my house?
Yes. You guys saw that? Do that again. Closer to the camera.
What do you do?
I rolled my eyes.
You roll your eye. Anyway, this is the studio tour. Oh, but this is the actual tour. This is not the one that show
that was so cool.
This is pretty cool. If you guys have not seen that, this is where this is the water fountain from Friends.
Central Park.
The Central Park, yeah. Anyway, WB tour is a must.
We saw the Gilmore Girls.
The Gilmore set. The house, yeah,
So,
and the diner.
So Jonathan says that it is because we're awesome. That's his reasoning why we're Gryffindor.
I guess. Oh, you yes, Kyla yes.
I am because I like red. So Big John said, "What do you know about that teenager they killed on Orlando on a ride?" I don't know much about it. Well, I'll get to it. Big John, give me a second. We get to it. Coffee funds, thank you, Miss Sheila. $10 super chat. So let me see.
We're showing new merchandise that came out for Harry Potter. But you saw almost all of it, except there's new coffee mugs. I don't drink coffee. I know.
See, I cannot now. I cannot find that video. But anyway, we got another video that it shows you basically the Harry Potter. You see how over here these guys are showing stuff for Harry Potter, and over here is because I know this is Ollivander, but there's a section that they have DC. Let me see if I could put it like that. If it not, we continue.
And DC and Harry
Right
Potter
here,
experience.
new DC and Harry Potter experience. So if you have not watched this video, I recommend it to you guys. It's pretty cool though, what you're gonna be able to see over there, because they have a whole exhibit.
Our hair.
They have a whole exhibit of all the DC movies, and it's pretty cool. But anyways,
it was amazing.
Fast forwarding to the Harry Potter stuff, because that was a cool experience too. Cool.
The whole part was cool.
So that's fantastic beast. So if you need to go back to it, just do Cool Case Adventures and then type DC, and it's gonna take you to this video. But it's kind of cool everything that they had to offer over there, and then you get to participate in different experiences. So we were creating potions, right?
Yeah.
So that was cool. But I mean, let me look at the hat thing that I keep saying.
Hat thing.
There it is. There it is. This is where Kyla became disappointed, because you wear that hat and it basically tells you, and of course they're gonna go into an ad now, but why not? Because that's how we get paid.
Looks so small.
So yeah.
So once you wear that hat, they tell you what house you belong. They kind of describes you, right?
Well, it's like you're part of the movie where the hat chooses your house.
No,
I haven't.
That was out of luck. We took the actual test, and you were.
No, but that part is like the movie, no? Yeah. Where the hat picks your.
So each of us got to do it. Miss Sheila says, "I love that video. I would love to go there." Miss Sheila, I'm not gonna lie to you. That was one of my favorite videos to record, and this is an actual Oscar. Ironically speaking, that thing is heavy. We are not exaggerating. It's pretty heavy.
That was my first Oscar.
She gave a speech.
I want to say
I gave a speech.
I want to say that it tells us basically. I might mention in the video how much you weigh. But anyway, that was the so-called hat experience. Did you guys record me?
I think I recorded you on my phone.
Yeah, you recorded me on the phone. You're right. Damn. I didn't put it over here. But anyway, this is a cool experience. Highly recommend you guys. If you ever go to,
you didn't make the cut.
I didn't make the cut. You didn't make the cut. Stephanie sending a super shout at $9.99. Thank you so much. Do you all do travel agent work for California too, or just for Yeah, I do for everything. Everything.
He doesn't sleep.
I do everything. Say that loud, Kyla.
He doesn't sleep. He's like Batman.
He's like Batman. He doesn't sleep.
He doesn't sleep.
Wow. Super. What do you want?
Huh?
Yeah. So anyway, we do California. We do any Disney property, Universal. We do pretty much everything but airlines. So,
we do cruises.
Yeah, guys, we do cruises.
We do cruises and all that.
Yeah, guys. If you guys want to book with us.
Oh boy, with all that sassiness back there.
It's not sassiness. I'm trying to avoid them.
So, Hollywood is gonna start having both Optimus Prime and Bumblebee, which didn't they have to do this during the summer, Kyla?
Yeah,
because I was like, right, together, and we were like, why they cannot do that in Florida?
Why are we always late?
Yeah. So that's kind of cool to see. I know we saw it when we went there in July. Very quick. Also, Hollywood is having a keychain in socks. And the reason why I keep showing that to Hollywood, because I know the people will go to Hollywood as well. But a lot of that merchandise eventually will transition here as well.
We have that already.
Some of it, yeah.
We have both of those things already.
So we do.
Yes. Yeah, we do.
I haven't seen the socks.
Yeah, I saw. I think I saw them.
The Universal Studios Orlando sign completely is gone. When we went there Saturday, the Orlando part was gone. So you can tell that they're changing and all that. I don't know if they're actually going to come up with the same design or they may change their logo, which I'll see.
Should go retro.
So they should.
Yeah.
See, but that's how Hollywood does theirs. I like the retro sign.
Well, I'm saying a lot of the merchandise has gone retro, so they should do the signs.
Anywho, this is for Universal. Shifting gears to Disney very quick. What that means? There you go. We still have a little bit of time. Treasures of Xander. Did you see this? Did they reveal that? That's going to be the gift shop for Cosmic Rewind in Epcot.
No, I didn't see that.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, come on. What's up with your Instagram?
You see, y'all. I'm the only one who keeps up with the news in this household. Because I don't sleep. You're right. So the signage. Yes, Michelle, it does look empty. Yeah. I hope they change it soon. Or they put it back soon. So the signage, it looks pretty dope. Now you can see it over the wall. So
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, over the construction wall.
We're finally seeing Epcot.
Which the cool thing about this is showing more and more details about Cosmic Rewind. So now we know that this is the broker, the Brooks and Darien, from the movie. So
the guy.
Mm-hmm. So that's pretty cool. So now
the keeper of stuff.
Yeah, next time that we go to Epcot, we're gonna be able to see it. Okay. When we can go to Epcot. Karen is blocked. That's why we have
all the time
in this.
All the time.
She's blocked.
Cast member privileges. We're blocked.
Yeah. The next time the annual pass is open, I may have to get at least another annual pass so I could bring the kids. Because thank you, Kyla. When we film content, I'd rather have especially one of the kids with me. Because it's a family content. So a lot of the times I rather don't go by myself.
It's awkward too to go by yourself.
I'm not used to. So next time the annual pass is open, I'm definitely gonna get at least one of the kids. That's why we gotta continue to grow the channel, so that way whatever we make from the channel, we could actually spend that back. So we don't have this issue. So that's why you haven't seen much theme park content. You're seeing restaurant reviews, which a lot of you enjoy as well. But Karen continues to be blocked, and this is normal. That made it to the news. That was a big shock. Everybody liked it. Everybody enjoyed it. That new Cal Kestis Legacy lightsaber arrived at Dock Under, and you know what, guys? You could bet your bottom dollar that we got it. You could bet your bottom dollar that we got it. It's pretty heavy.
Yeah.
So
Ray's still heavier.
But yeah, this thing is heavy. This thing weighs a good 3 to 4 pounds. So this came out on March 25th, and the fans have been waiting for this lightsaber now for 2 years. Where's my bottom part?
It's over here.
We gotta make it simple, you know.
I'm so sorry. I
But anyway,
forgot it had a bottom part.
Right. So what happens is that this bottom part over here, you can unscrew it, and then you could actually put another piece in the middle. And if you buy another one of these, then you have a double sword. So for those of you that don't know about the story, Cal Kestis happened to be a video game character from the last Star Wars video game, and he's a Jedi that was escaping pretty much, for what I can see and what I can remember. And basically his lightsaber was damaged, so that's why it looks like that. I prefer it looks like that because of the details of it. Check this out. That's the other part that I enjoy about this lightsaber. So they're basically that his lightsaber is damaged, and eventually, as the story goes, he fixes it, and then he's able to construct or build another lightsaber, and basically that's how you get the double lightsaber. With this is becoming a very expensive collection, because retail price on this thing was $170, and but I'm a huge Star Wars fan. You know what? I cannot go to a $6,000 hotel. I might as well get me.
You hear it?
Can you hear the sound right over here? Oops. I'm about to see. That's what I gotta go to Jedi Academy to in the Star Cruiser.
Yes.
So I know how to manage. So this is pretty cool. I like the sound. It's pretty heavy. So Michelle, I say if we were only able to move back. When is time, Michelle? When is time? The Old Republic? No, he's a new Jedi. So we have to. We got it on Friday. We didn't have time, unfortunately, to record it and get it on video, so we didn't blog about it. We just went in, got it, and left. If we have more Star Wars fans, then I would like to spend more time in Batu, get you basically show you more merchandise. We're gonna do food reviews no matter what, because that's who we are. But every time foodies. We're the foodie. So anytime or they release a new lightsaber, I don't mind buying it and give you guys a review and showing you the process. But you know, for that I'll have to see and make sure that we got more people that like Star Wars, not just a few of us. But yeah, this is pretty cool. I'm excited. This has become one of my favorite lightsaber. We will be there during my birthday on May 4, because it's May the Force be with you. Unlike California, who's having their own Star Wars night, we're not getting anything. So I'm hoping that they'll bring us
we're getting a lot of
merchandise. I'm hoping that maybe a brand new lightsaber or something like that. We'll see. So I could gift myself with what's my birthday.
Oh, okay.
You know, you do you, boo.
You do you, boo.
You know, you prefer shoes. I prefer lightsabers. Your shoes break.
I prefer expensive machines.
Your shoes break. Those lightsaber can go easily. We pay $170. We could sell it eventually for $500 if we want to, because they're collectible. You see.
We won't sell them.
We won't sell it. But eventually, the goal is to put a display back here
at some point
of all the lightsaber that we buy, because again, it's pretty expensive. So right now we're just buying either the new ones that we like, or if there's a legacy that has been out for a while, then that's what we are. What day is that?
Wednesday.
Okay. Peak. All right. So that came out. for news. Karen, what's up with Disney and Fire?
We're just trying to make extra magic.
I mean, I know Disney's Fire. You know,
Right, we're Fire, so we're
cool,
trying to make more. We're just trying to call attention.
When the guests have to stomp out a fire during a stage show in Disneyland
that probably means somebody made the fire. Somebody probably was smoking something they didn't like, and then threw it on the floor. And it is Florida, so it caught on fire. I made the news. See?
You made the news. Miss Sheila said she's an old school Star Wars fan, so am I. Actually, Kyla is too, a hardcore. I was 12 when the first movie came out. Wow. What's crazy is that out of Kalol and Kyla is like my geek.
Yeah.
Like
for stuff like that.
For stuff like that.
No, yeah.
Kalel is like my adventurer.
Right.
Kalel is like the type of dude that if I'm in Magic Kingdom and I want to do the Tomorrowland Speedway, I'm like, hey dude, let's jump over there. I know it's raining, but let's do it. Okay, Dad, let's go. And he gets all excited. Kyla is more like, do we have to? How about if we get very wet?
How about we just stay home and watch the movie?
Yeah, Kyla is like my geek, which I love. So I'm hoping that eventually, as Kyla gets older, she opens up because she's very shy. She doesn't like even though when she's here, she does it because we're here. But if you ever meet her, she's gonna stay back a little bit quiet and all that. But I wish that she will open up more because the knowledge that she has. Sometimes I'm walking in the theme park and she's like, Dad, did you know?
Right.
And she's like, she's a geek.
She knows a lot of Disney history too of rides and stuff like that.
She knows a lot of facts.
Magic is hot.
It's hot. So I hope eventually she opens up more and maybe she may be the one who gets the next AP pass because she's also a Disney fanatic more than Kaleo. Kaleo likes it, but Kyla is more into Disney stuff, especially if it's movie and shows, which that's what Disney has become.
Right.
So if she wants to get the annual pass, hopefully she, I could convince her, because the kids are in that age. They're like, I don't know that I want to go.
Depends on the day.
Depending on the day.
But and what else they can do.
But if I convince Kyla, we can definitely get more. Well, depending their sports schedule and all that, we could get more Disney content as well. Although we enjoy Universal a lot, and Universal give us more views, believe it or not, than Disney.
Yeah, they do.
And we know more about Universal than I personally know more about Universal than Disney. New rope drop procedure in effect for World Celebration of Walt Discovery at Epcot. So people like us, we like showing up to the theme park super early. We do rope drop no matter where we go, whether it's the theme Disney or Universal. As a matter of fact,
here, California,
exactly. Even in California, we rope drop it. This is important to know because they did change it, and now they tell you over here for guests who are looking to rope drop, test track, mission space, and frozen ever after you have to go through the walkway, the one that we show you in front of the new Connection Cafe,
the new
walkway, the east walkway, like they call it. Remember? So basically, they're showing you have to go straight. And then this was the old guest services area. So you're going to go that way and go through Connections Cafe, which this is the new walkway east area, like they said. And then you go, then you see the creation shop, you make a left, and there it is. That's the holding area if you're going to rope drop to go to those attractions. That recently changed. It used to be you were to do it, I think it was in Creations on the other side or in the Imagination area on the right side. So they're letting us know, Block Mickey, that procedure changed. Very important to know, because if you're coming and you are a hotel guest, you could actually do rope drop. You need to know this. Us, depending the day, if we're able to get reservations for a Saturday or a Sunday, or during the weekend we don't have to work or go to school, then this is good for us. If not, that's why you see us going to Universal. So and
to Disney at night.
And Disney at night, because that's when we get good to Disney. Oh, plus Universal usually closes early and Disney always close late. So that's why you see a lot of our night content. But a lot of people sleep on the night. Not literally. But what people do is, let me make a reservation, go to dinner, because it's gonna be completely slammed. Not realizing that you could actually go early, do some rides, go back to the hotel, rest, and come back at night and still have a better time than in the middle of the day. So that's what I enjoy doing content during the night too, so we can showcase what other content creators are not showing. If you watch any other YouTuber, they always go during the day. And why do they go during the day? Is because, I respect my peers, but it's, even for me, it's more convenient to go during the day, like we do in Universal, because we can go in and out and continue with our lives. A lot of content creators tend to go during the day, or if they're going to give you an update, they go like in the afternoon and then they go home. I'd rather show you the night because nobody else is showing you nighttime.
Plus here in Florida, less hot.
It's super hot, yeah.
But it's less hot.
We talk about the H2 Glow from Typhoon Lagoon coming back, and they released the prices, and they also released the dates. Up to last week, we didn't know none of those details. So it is $75 for adults and $70 for whoopie-doo, $5 different. This is ridiculous. They should like at least drop it to $60. Are they really gonna die for like $15 cheaper?
Yes.
Oh Lord.
Yes.
But anyways, these are gonna be held on Saturday nights, and it's starting on May 28th, which is the Memorial Day weekend, to August 27th, from 8 o'clock at night all the way to 11, which is not a bad deal because the thunderstorms over here happen between the 2 o'clock all the way maybe to 6 or 7 o'clock. It gets nasty around here, and then after that, the nighttime is usually muggy and humid. So during the summer, it's perfect time to be on the pool.
Seems kind of fun.
So the discounts, pass holders and Disney Vacation Club member can purchase specially priced tickets.
It's amazing for pass holders.
Pass holders and Disney Vacation Club members.
Yeah, stop rubbing it in.
Are you hurting that they don't say cast member? They're not gonna say cast member.
Well, yeah,
you probably have it. They're not gonna announce it over here. The last thing they want is people complaining. Why didn't the cast members?
Why do cast members get discounts?
Yeah. It happens, people. It happens. I see it all the time where people complain about
cast members
getting discounts or getting other
they shouldn't get anything.
Other things that we, the guests, don't get. So anyway, so it's $75 your regular ticket, or $59 for pass holder and Vacation Club member.
Can you buy more than one, like under your discount?
I think so. So you say $16 per ticket. So the tickets go on sale starting on this Friday for select hotels and Walt Disney World Resort. And I'm sorry, for everybody goes on April 1st. The select hotels and go as early as the 29th. Tomorrow. So I'll check on the 1st to see if they have anything available for opening weekend, and then we'll try to buy something for that
glow party.
So we'll see.
Glow party.
$59. We haven't done an after-hour party as a family, just Kyle and I and the kids and I.
They never take me.
Plus, we never done this after party either. At all.
No, we've never ever done that.
So it will be kind of cool. I know Michael K has done it and he has videos on it. So it will be interesting to see what changed from the past to now. So if on April 1st we're able to go on opening night or opening weekend, we'll definitely do that. and try to be there. It'll be kind of cool, guys, to show you a pool
Something
party.
different. Yeah.
Hopefully,
the kids won't like that at all.
Oh yeah. Sure. But anyway, just know that that's coming, or it's almost there.
It's here. It's here.
It's here. Very quick. Animal Kingdom has announced the Earth Day celebration is happening from April 18 to 24. I don't think that they have announced what they're gonna have. That usually comes probably soon. They start announcing what kind of events they're gonna do.
April what?
18 to the 24, I think.
18th Earth Day, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're sure gonna be blocked.
Yep. Sure I am.
It happened like that
last
year too.
Yeah.
So this is I think for the photo pass. So now this is not new. They actually have this right now. So I'm not sure why they announcing that. But what day is April 18th?
Monday. I think the kids have a race anyway. Oh.
If the kids
have a race that day.
I may go during the day. I'll try to get well, it's April 18th to the 24th, so anytime during the week if you have access.
Well, I mean, should. Hold on, let's see.
Now, how does that work for you guys for the reservation?
What?
Are you guys able to reserve multiple days?
Yes.
Really? Because I know at the beginning it wasn't like that.
Right. No.
Right.
But we can only do it. We can only do it like a limited. No.
Yeah. So one of our viewers from Facebook says, "I am 6'3", 340 pounds. Found your YouTube video. Thank you. Actually helped me at the trip about Facebook. Finding the Facebook page help. Awesome. I'm glad that it did. Hopefully you subscribe to not subscribe. You also follow us on both groups because we have a Universal and a Disney group.
That's another Facebook. I don't have.
Are you in the Universal or on the Disney?
In the Universal one.
Okay. So hopefully you are on both groups. Thank you for finding us and thank you for becoming part of the family. Any of you, if you have not become subscriber, just consider that. Consider becoming part of our family for crazy content, crazy adventure. That's the Doberman barking out.
It's the baby. It's the baby of the house.
The best group around, both groups. That's awesome. Glad to hear that. There's a lot of behind the scenes. I don't know if Jonathan's still with us, but there's a lot behind the scenes that goes on between the administrators and moderators. Our goal, well, first of all, our creator, April, she wanted to offer a safe environment to anybody to go and don't feel attacked like other groups. And from the get-go, about a year ago, I joined. I've been part of the group now for like 2 or 3 years, but about a year ago, they added me as a moderator. Making a long story short, I ended up being one of the administrator, and that's one thing that I have told April before we even grew to have more moderators and more administrator. I always told April that just like our YouTube channel, we want to maintain nothing but positive environment. We don't want people to feel attacked. We want people to be able to ask anything, not just Universal related, not, so that's why we ended up changing the title, not just plus size question. We want to help everybody. So we don't play no games. I know Jonathan's still over there. He can tell you we don't play no games. Like
he's the one that's
if somebody doesn't even have to report anything when we're already keeping an eye and we know what's happening. And sometimes we just proactively say, hey, this is not going to happen. Example, the death of the 14-year-old, not because it's important. Not because it's not important. It's just that we don't want to keep beating the dead horse. That's number one. Number two, there's no reason to focus on something that is tragic and negative, you know. So what we do is that we post something, you know. It happened a lot with the mask in the past because it becomes political and people don't know how to behave. So what we do is like, hey, by the way, Universal and Disney changed this. We will not accept more. We will not accept any comment on blah 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 of this. And then we shut down comments. We just want to keep control in our group and continue a positive environment. Now, it's not that we don't like confrontation. It's just that there's like 20 million other Facebook groups that do nothing but negativity out there, and we're not gonna be one of those.
That's Jonathan.
That's Jonathan.
Yeah.
All right, Lisa. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Lisa.
Take care. We'll see you next week. But anyway, that's what we do, and we work hard. And then I know we got Shannon, who is in the West Coast. So just like Lisa, you know, right now over there is almost 30, while over here in the East Coast 9:30. So while all of us from the East Coast are about to go to sleep in a few hours, Shannon stay watching the group. So there's always somebody watching. Then April, Mary, and I wake up super early, so anything that might happen in between we catch. So I am so glad that you are enjoying the group. Tell your friends, tell your family, anybody that you know that is traveling to join us. It not necessarily have to be plus size. Obviously, we're gonna be doing a lot of plus size content. However, we share everything that we can. Steph said, I'm also going to bed. Have a good night. Thank you for hanging out with us, Steph. Take care. We'll see you next week, hopefully. So anyway, that's it for the group. But we talked about last week about the Star Wars celebration that is happening in sometime in the weekend of Memorial Day weekend in Anaheim. And so these are the guests, the characters that are being announced. Obviously, Ashley hangs out here all the time, and we have not been blessed.
Lucky enough, yeah.
Like she has been legit on Hollywood Studios in the same time that we are, and we have missed her. So actually,
that's a good show.
Yeah, but Ashley Eckstein, the voice of Ahsoka, she's gonna be there on the Star Wars celebration.
She has to be.
And she's also part of the Closing My Universe. So all of this is sold by her company. And Emperor Palpatine. That's gonna be cool. Whoever gets to meet him.
He's looking good.
Mm-hmm. I would legit take a picture of him trying to like choke me with the Force. I will ask him for a picture like that. And there you go. C-3PO will be there, which is awesome to be able to see that. And it's kind of cool how they pull these, but you know, if you guys are Star Wars geek like I am, and they want to follow other group in Facebook that has something that's called Galaxy's Edge Discord or something like that. They're the one they do the meetups for the lightsabers. As a matter of fact, they had one meetup last Saturday, and because we couldn't get reservation to Hollywood Studio, we didn't go. Because that's one thing that I want to do with the family, all four of us with our lightsabers, to be in that meetup. But anyway, that's for Star Wars weekend. Look what broke. We talked about it last week. Boom. They saying the minivan is coming back. Pretty expensive. Also, just so you guys know, it's very, very expensive. So yeah, it is rolling back. This is pretty cool. The Crack Tales, based on the Ice Age movie that is in Disney Plus. That is right now in Animal Kingdom. I just wondering how they do that, you know, with our bad weather and that sand doesn't get all screwed up. But it's amazing to see. Check this out.
The glue.
So they have it there in
That's
Animal Kingdom. Casting call gives first look at the character lineup for Finding Nemo, the Big Blue. So there you go. Now we know Finding Nemo is officially returning with different storyline, which is gonna when the Big Blue. So they're focusing on Doris. So those are like they said. Wow, that they saw audition for all this. Look at that.
They gave the age and everything.
Wow.
Dory, mid-20s, a forgetful yet very optimistic lady, Fish and Marlin's companion during the journey.
Wow.
Do we have Windu's lightsaber?
No. Do we have Mace Windu lightsaber? No, we don't. No, we don't. We don't.
I don't know why
we don't. We don't have it. I'm waiting to see because recently shopdisney.com actually last week they released a what was that, special edition, and it got sold out within minutes. I sent it to Karen. But the actual main set, they still selling in the park. Like I said, I've been focusing on the newer one, but they still selling it on the park. I have the feeling that maybe on May 4th they're gonna bring that limited edition that we saw on shopdisney.com into the parks. So, and I already told Karen if that's what it becomes available on that day, then I'm buying it. Plus, it's a limited edition.
Right.
So, no, we don't. Unfortunately, we don't have Mace Windows, but looking forward to having. My goal is to have every single one of them. But as you can relate,
we have.
Huh?
I don't even know which ones we have.
Well, we do. I know that the one that we did in Savvy's workshop last year, those has the purple,
the crystal
kyber, crystal kyber,
and from Mace Windu,
because we were inspired by Mace Windu. But we do have the Osaka. Osaka. We do have Rey.
The new one.
Cal. We got Cal. We have Darth Maul, the Shadow, the new one that it came out. Oh, we have
the blade.
We have
sword.
No, we have the Darth Saber.
Is that the sword?
No, the actual the one that looks like a sword. I think Kalos have that.
Kalo has it.
So
gotta get the purple.
We do have our Savvy's custom made that we did on Savvy's workshop last year. It is purple. That one is pretty cool too. But what is crazy is like I will always recommend anybody to do Savvy's workshop. I know you guys didn't ask me that question, but I'm gonna go there. Savvy's workshop is an amazing experience. It's an experience that I think anybody should do. Anybody that is a true Star Wars fan should do. It is amazing. Even what we have in video, it cannot even explain it. However, when you look at the Savvy's workshop lightsaber versus a legacy, the one from Savvy's looks very like kind of like a toy.
It looks very plasticky.
Yeah,
that's like that hard plastic.
Yeah, versus an actual legacy, then you're like, wow, this looks like obviously it's a replica of the actual.
But it feels like more like what you would think that they were holding. You know, I know it's a replica, but it feels more like
it feels real.
The other one feels more it's like black and plastic. It's more plastic.
When you hold Savvy's, you're it is cool, but it feels more like it's a toy. When you hold the legacy, it feels like, oh my god, I feel like a freaking Jedi or somebody from the dark side. Like to the point that you're depending which one it is. I feel like if I press the button, an actual laser
is gonna come out.
It's gonna come out. You know, because some of them are super realistic, like the one from that I just showed you, the Cal Kestis one. So yeah, we do have those. Eventually, we're looking into getting the older ones. Oh no, there's another one that we haven't shown it. It's in the DJ booth.
Oh yeah. We should leave it for next week.
We'll leave it for next week. We do have another one.
Yeah.
We have one that is double. I'll show you guys that one next week.
That one's more like.
So yeah, we do have that one. But anyways, yeah, we forgot showing though. We never showed it, right?
No, we haven't.
Okay, yeah, because we left it in the front. So you see, you start losing. Now that's why we have to put them back here.
Yeah, I want to put them on the wall.
Disney shirts behind the scenes. Look at the railroad testing in Magic Kingdom.
Whoop, whoop.
I cannot wait. I have mentioned this in this live many times. I freaking cannot wait. I'm one of these people that goes to Magic Kingdom and ride the train just because.
Because you can.
It's fun. And again, being a Disney geek, knowing that it's an invention or a dream of Walt himself, is what connects me with what Disney is. You know, so I remember when it was open and it was not a lot of line, because every time you see us writing something is because it wasn't a lot of lines.
Right.
Maybe 20 minutes or less. I would just jump on the train and just ride around. I like the actual sound, the whole thing.
Makes you feel like you're on a train.
So
Takes
I
you back.
cannot wait. You could bet your bottom dollar that I will be there when they reopen it. This is one of the most nostalgic thing for me to do. I'm not gonna spend too much time on this, but just know the Block Mickey actually spent time to actually go over the different storylines they is developed per character for different characters during the Galactic Star Cruiser, and it's enough to keep you busy for 2 days. And some people say that there's so much story that they cannot even finish some of it. With that said, I keep studying people that have post videos out there. We still cannot afford the $6,000 because we had to choose between give that content or other content that we want to do for our channel and for you guys. So we ended up going with the other content because we feel like eventually we'll get to here.
I think it's more the content that we're gonna do is more relatable to us than to you guys. That's something that you could potentially do versus this is a little bit like out there. Like
true. But I could share something with you guys and something with you because you don't know this. A lot of the people that have gone to the Star Wars Hotel, even weeks after, they are still talking about it and they're still saying in their videos, even in their Instagram posts, I still thinking about the hotel. I still wishing I would be in that hotel. I cannot wait until maybe I can afford it again.
That's good.
And go back to the hotel.
That's good to hear.
That's good. That's exactly what I needed to hear. I mean, and I have not yet, and maybe I haven't dug too deep into this, but I have not yet heard somebody saying, "Don't do it." What I seen people saying is like it's costly. It's costly, but they feel like it was completely worth it for them. With the understanding the $6,000 is a lot, and this is not an kind of like an adventure that everybody will be able to do it.
Right.
So, still a lot of good positive things. I'm dying to see as time progresses to see how busy they stay, or if anything changes on the storyline eventually.
I'm sure.
Or I don't know. Well,
they're leaving it open because they can bring stuff from the cartoons. They can do a lot of things with it, I think.
Yeah.
So
I personally want to experience it because again, at some point, because I'm a Star Wars fan. However, we had to choose between content, and Karen is right. We're the type of family that are trying to give you what is relatable to you guys and tell you the yay or nay. Because if we spend, because I told you last week, we spend a lot of money, and with the hope that you don't make the same mistake.
Or you do, depending on what it is.
Yeah. I mean,
it might not be a mistake.
Yeah, what I like, not necessarily you're gonna like. So, but know that they have a whole thing over here that goes over the storylines of all the different characters, even
That's pretty
a
good.
recap for day 2. Because they blogmickey.com, their journalists have gone, I think, multiple times. There's people that done it 2 to 3 times already.
Nice.
Yeah, because they want to
get every story.
They want to get every story, and they were looking for consistency. So that's good to know from them too. And so far, everything that they have reported is really, really positive. There's some things that, of course, nothing is perfect, that they will say that they will prefer to see different. Some they criticize a lot of some of the art concept that are not equivalent to what it was promoted. But you know what? That's not a big deal. Overall, they're still saying that it's a very, very good experience. So if you're like me, who immerse himself into this kind of like storylines and want to learn more, look it up here on blogmickey.com, because they go into more details. I am super happy to see this, and I know Karen is gonna be agreeing with me. The Disney Cultural Representative Program are returning back in August.
Finally,
this is great because Epcot was made
for
international and cast members. There's nothing more annoying now to go, and I get it, but it's annoying because if you go to Norway, you expect people from Norway. If I go
to Mexico,
yeah, and so on, and
Canada,
so on,
Canadians, the accents. You're looking for those accents, and
then it makes it more unique.
Makes you feel like you're there, like
right. And a lot of these cast member, obviously, because they come from there, when you take the time to talk to them, they talk to you about the country, and it's so amazing. It makes that so cultural rich at that point. And these cast members were one of the first one being caught when they announced that the pandemic was going to happen.
But I think it's because they were trying to get everybody home.
Yeah, they sent them home. So what this article is saying pretty much is Disney is actually going back to those cast members that didn't finish their program back on 2020, and the ones that didn't get to work, who were selected in 2020, to see if they want to return. Those are the first cast members that they're contacting, rightfully so, to go back in August. So that means that they don't have to go through no interview process and none of that, which is awesome. Because and that happened to some of the CPs too.
Happened to all.
Because when you got to go through an interview process, and what a cool experience. Say, hey, I was chosen to be part of the cultural program in Disney, or I was a college program, and pandemic happened, and you're like, what's going to happen with me? I was let go. Does that mean that I can never return? Do I have to go through the interview process? How about they change their criteria and I don't meet it? So that goes through their head. And Disney, from the get-go, they say, no. Our plan is to bring you back. You don't have to worry about none of that. You're kind of like you are a cast member, but you're not at this point. But it's kind of cool to see, and I'm excited. I cannot wait.
Yeah.
This cast member brings a different vibe.
Right.
And I freaking love it, talking to them. And I remember taking Kyla, because if you didn't know, when in Kaleo, they do certain activities with the kids that they make him either do some craft or some coloring, and those are the cast members that you get to talk to, and they show you things about their culture,
or they ask you if you know anything about their culture, especially the kids. They'll ask them if they know anything.
They do storytelling. Yeah, amazing. I love that part. I think my mom will be proud of me right now if she hears me saying this, because when I was a teenager, I hated history. But then I became an adult and I enjoy all this. So if you go through our airport MCO, know that you're not going to find anything like this. They removed it. They took it away. So the 50th year anniversary decoration is completely gone. And it was announced on Twitter by MCO. A lot of people are kind of upset. I will be too, because it's Disney. I don't know. They don't say the reason. They just removed it.
Probably just coming up with their next theming.
Yeah, but I don't know. It was pretty. We never saw
We
it,
never get to see it.
but people that came in town, they were amazed by this. A lot of people took pictures, which is cool. So know that once you return back to our city, you're not gonna see this, unfortunately.
Boo.
Um, let me see. Let me do this really quick to see if something came up. Nothing new came out. But just now, the evening showtimes have been removed from Hollywood studios. Um, they continue to play with the showtimes on Hollywood studios. I haven't announced it over here or talk about it because I'm like, that's something that it's up to people. Not everybody likes that stunt show. However, this is like the fifth or sixth time that I see that they make changes to the showtimes on Indiana Jones. So my best advice: the day that you go to Hollywood studio, make sure that you know and plan accordingly because they continue to take show times away. They push them later on in the day. Sometimes they about a few weeks ago they put it at nighttime. Now they're saying they're pulling it out. So
I'm sure it has a lot to do with the casting that they have,
I guess so, but they're extending
or the lack of casting.
but they're extending park hours, so you will think.
But they might not have the staffing for it. That's a stunt show. So
They don't, and that's I didn't. Oops, I didn't put it here, but I saw it in one of the news. See, upcoming job fairs.
yeah.
Disney's getting ready, and they started this week actually to host job fairs.
Which is not uncommon either.
Now,
Disney hosts a lot of job fairs.
but we're getting ready to the summer,
Right.
so that's what they're doing. They're starting to recruit now for the summer.
Yeah.
So they could start training them early.
They're late.
According to this, they're looking for mechanic and technicians and all that. So kitchen technicians,
Kitchen.
and then they have other dates that they are hiring for like sales and resort, and other position. Now, as crazy as it sounds, Disney continues to be understaffed to the point that there are locations right now. The cast members continue to work 6 days, and also they still have locations that are shut down, like they haven't reopened it. So they continue to be short of staff. Now we're in a better position, a heck better position than we were last year.
Oh yeah,
both in Disney and Universal. They're a lot better, but they both continue to be short-handed. So keep that in mind. I always preach: be kind to the cast member, be kind to the team members.
Come with patience.
In the case of Universal or any theme park, these are people that are doing their job to the best of their abilities. They're being sometimes abused verbally by the guests. We have seen it completely uncalled for and unnecessary by the guests. And the team members and cast member, all that they're doing, they're following their instructions. They're doing their job. So sometimes as guests, we become frustrated, and rather to go and complain to the right people, they need to make the changes. We take it against
cast members and team members.
That's like slapping a comedian.
You have to go there
out of frustration of other issues that I'm dealing with. No, it's just true. It's the same concept. It was a bad joke. I opened with that. I'm closing it with that.
I see that.
It was
full circle.
It was a bad joke, and all the frustration and personal issues all the demons that you're battling, you decided to slap it out on a comedian. So that's the same thing that poor team members and cast members gotta deal with. Now, one thing that I would share with you, I'm not gonna share the groups, but I happen to belong to Facebook groups of only team members in Universal and past and current cast members. Lately, the talk in town is how much the guests have been complaining to them and how much they've been insulted. How I got to those groups, I won't share my secret, but just know that I'm in those groups and I'm watching. And because my goal was to figure it out through the employees what is frustrating them, so I can use our social medias and our um, YouTube channel to communicate that to the viewers so the viewers are aware and do not mistreat them.
Right.
Again, it's all about being positive. We believe on just positive attitude and showing love and appreciation. And but lately, because of spring break, they are being, that's the number one complaint, they are being verbally abused.
That's a shame.
And that's completely uncalled for. And some people are complaining. Of course, the universal one are telling you that people are mad because of the wait time.
Right.
We're in spring break, people.
Yeah. Hello.
You know, that's like me complaining that I went on a 4th of July weekend and I have to make lines. So that's the number one complaint. People that have the express tickets, they're complaining that they still have to wait. There's something apparently in people's perception that because they have express passes, they don't have to make lines. According to the team members, that's what they're dealing with. That there's people they're complaining that, for example, Haggers the other day, the complaint was that they were waiting 30 to 40 minutes, even with express passes.
That's pretty good.
Well, if the line for a single line, is over 100 minutes, you're gonna wait half of it. So they even saying, I don't know where the guests think that they're not gonna wait at all. So those are the kind of things that have been going on those Facebook groups that I've been monitoring because I want to try to help everybody out. You know, Genie Plus, it's not a secret. Shapex said that 50% of the guests purchase Genie Plus. So even though you purchase Genie Plus, the Genie Plus that you're purchasing now is not the same one that I purchased when it first came out. I was waiting 2 to 3 minutes. Now people are waiting an average of 12 to 15 minutes. They're like, why I have to wait? Obviously, us as content creators, we report what we experienced right there at the time. That's why you guys see me saying at the time of recording, because I'm letting you know that can change. So cast members are complaining. The guests are having an issue because they have to wait 10 to 15 minutes.
You're going to have to wait regardless.
It's spring break, people.
You're going to wait.
And if 50% of the park is buying Genie Plus, you are going to that's going to happen. Purple Moon Rose, hello, what's your favorite theme park?
Mine is Animal Kingdom.
And for Universal?
I would say Universal Studios.
Okay. Mine at this point has to be Hollywood Studios because I'm a Star Wars fan. And for Universal, I like Universal Studios. I'm not anymore into roller coasters.
Me neither.
So going to IOA for me is not appealing.
Right.
Universal also has more activities, and that's when they do the Mardi Gras and stuff like that. So I love Universal.
How about you?
Yeah, let us know what's your favorite theme park. So another thing that people are complaining that I've been reading about is the walking. So
people, we gotta walk.
So it's interesting.
Even when the tram's up, at least in Magic Kingdom.
Yeah. Well, that's the other thing. If you brought trams to Magic Kingdom, how come they're not bringing it to the other park? That's what they're hearing more and more.
And staffing, people, staffing.
And the other thing is in Universal, I pay Prime and I still walk a long distance.
We're still gonna walk.
I'm just telling you. That's your reaction is the same thing that the team members are saying.
I guess I have a cast member reaction. We gotta walk, people.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting to see from their perspective, and of course, they use that as venting out.
Yeah.
And I'm finding out a whole bunch of chismes too, because they're basically the chisme means gossip. So I'm also finding out where people are being trespassed in Universal.
Ooh.
So apparently the other day, apparently I even though I guess was told that they needed to remain behind the ropes during the Mardi Gras parade, the guests decided to jump in front of the parade.
I mean, come on, people. That's just common sense now.
Chino says my favorite is Volcano Bay. I love that park.
We haven't been there.
But I love everything that I've seen about that park. And I just want to go to that park just to chill.
Water park, I would say Aquatica at this point. Because the Disney parks are cute, but not. I think they're outdated for what they are.
Yeah. Cecilia said Animal Kingdom for Pandora and IOA. That's awesome. I love Pandora, but I love Pandora at night.
Yes.
Like,
yeah.
Yes and no. I like Pandora during the day because I could see the waterfall.
And you can see the banshees like up on the trees and stuff like that. If you really look at it, you'll see banshees all around there.
But then
at night you can't see them.
Then you go during the night.
And it's just it's a different experience when you go at night.
Just like Galaxy's Edge.
I was gonna say
I can legit go to Galaxy's Edge every night and sit down. Ask Karen. Sometimes I go, we record, and I just sit down. And I just you see me like, and the more that you look in Galaxy's Edge, the more stuff you actually realize is being there. That
you try to listen, you'll hear a lot of Star Wars noises.
Yeah, you hear
ships, like
even ships that you're like, crap, I've never heard that.
That's what I'm saying.
That
if
ship
you just
arriving before.
Yeah, if you listen, you'll hear different things.
And maybe that because it's emptier, so it allows you to pay attention more. But so
I think towards the night is when people actually sit down, and then that's when they're like, "Oh, let me take it in."
Yeah. So I love Galaxy's Edge at night.
Yeah, me too.
I don't get that. And if you have a lightsaber, turning it on at nighttime,
it's amazing. Taking pictures at night, with the lightsaber.
And then
it's amazing.
In Pandora, when you're walking and you're looking at the floor and you look at those neon stuff over here and there, it's just like a feeling like no other. Yeah. They definitely did such a great job. No different than Diagon Alley.
I was gonna say we're missing
Hogsmeade, that you feel immersed into that world.
Yeah.
I do, and I think I said that in a video not too long ago. I may not be a fan of Harry Potter, however, I enjoy going to Diagon Alley. Like I legit, I'm one of these people that just stand and hang out in that Diagon Alley, and I look at everything. And I'm probably one of the people that if I hear because after going so many times, you kind of know when the dragon is gonna spit the fire, which in fact, depending the time of the day, is every 5 to 10 minutes, just so you guys know. So I kind of hear that, especially if I'm close to Gringotts, you know, not only that, but you kind of hear the pilot going behind the scene. You hear that. That's when it's getting ready to start warming up for the like maybe a minute before you hear that. So again, this is when you spend so much time like we do, you get to hear that. But again, it's slowing down and allowing your time the opportunity to immerse yourself into that world. So that's how I'm able to catch the different sounds. And the other day when we recorded a video from the teenagers perspective and for Universal, the kids went to Gringotts and we were just standing there just looking at all the buildings and stuff like that. Chino, have a good night too. Next week. That's awesome. Yeah, Wednesday through Sunday next week. Next week we could probably be around maybe hopefully Friday. Well, no, because they had grand nights. We'll see. we'll see. Maybe during the week might work better, but we'll figure it out. All right, man. Well, thank you. Have a great night. So, yeah, definitely, if you are able to slow down and take the time to just
enjoy it.
Enjoy it. Sometimes you have to slow down. Somebody asked me the other day in YouTube in a comment. So, do you really recommend to go 3 days to Universal? And my answer is like yes. I don't know about you guys. I don't like being rushed.
Yeah.
You know,
but you don't enjoy it when you're rushed.
But yeah, and I see this, you actually sacrifice a lot, you know, financially and with your time to come to these theme parks. Why rushing when you could enjoy more? You know, so I say 3, and I say, well, if you don't have other choice, definitely 2.
Right.
But show up early. That way, you're not killing yourself or spending the day just making lines.
Yeah, which is what frustrates people.
But I highly recommend you 3 days. Spend and buy park to park. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. So spend. I would just start, like, for example, depending the day of the week, but you start one day at Universal, and once you do a couple of attractions, then jump to IOA and kind of finish your day in IOA, and then the second day, then you just start backwards. You know, that way you can see both aspects, and then the third day, then you revisit those that are either your favorite or the ones that you have not done. Maybe that's your day that you slow down, decide to walk around the stores. But I definitely recommend at least 3 days. And for Disney, you at least need a good 5 days.
Disney's big.
Disney's large, and Disney's gonna tire you out quick. Like, as much as I love going to Magic Kingdom, I think about it like 20 times before I step into the Magic Kingdom, because I know I'm gonna be exhausted. I haven't left the car and I'm already exhausted because, you know,
it takes a lot just to get in and get out. So
I would suggest definitely 3 days for Universal and IOA, and for Disney at least 5 days.
Yeah, if you can.
If you can afford it, you know, I don't blame you. Now, depending where you want to spend your time on, maybe I will just split it. I will spend those 3 days in a Universal hotel or nearby hotel, and then switch to Disney in a nearby.
That way you're closer and you're not wasting time in the travel.
Yeah, traffic in Orlando is awful. So that will be my recommendation. So my free advice. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for joining us. It's been fun. But
Cecilia,
we're doing 5 days, but we're doing HHN and Volcano Bay District.
Nice.
Amazing.
We gotta do Volcano. We haven't done Volcano. We have to do Volcano Bay.
Good choice. Well, I got already remember on my I think in October, part of my training with Universal that includes, I think it's 2 tickets to Volcano Bay. Yeah, we gotta wait until October, but I'm already paid for that.
Might be a little.
So I may have to pay 2 more for the kids, and that's it.
Yes.
But yeah, that's the way to go. And if you go to HHN, it's depending what you want to do. Like the day that you go into HHN, then I will show up late to the park, because you could do what is called a stay and scream, because you already have if you have a ticket to go to the park. If you already bought a park to park for HHN, then do it that way. If you just have an HHN ticket, then you just gotta start behind, in front of the gate, which I highly recommend. Just like I recommend you to do early access, then for Halloween Horror Nights, I recommend you to be there. If they start at 6, be there by 5:15, even if you're waiting in front of the gate. If you have a park to park ticket, then being Universal maybe around the 3:30 or 4 o'clock.
Yeah,
that allows you time to do some attractions, and then do the stay and screen, because around 5 o'clock, then they shut down the attraction, and only people that have passes for Halloween that night can stay. So I definitely suggest between the 3 to 4 o'clock, hang out in the area, do some attraction. You'll see you're gonna be able to do so much more that way than what burning yourself out.
Yeah, no, that's not for that.
Then go, then go to
or definitely go do road drop in the morning. Take a break in the middle of the day. Go to your hotel, maybe take a nap, eat some good dinner, and then head back.
That's it. And we also have a video coming this week, because a lot of time, people complain. Even now, the lines for lunch and dinner and all that, they're long and all that. We came up with a recommendation of where you could go and around the time that you could go for lunch, even though you happen to be in the park. So stay tuned for that one. No, we have 5-day passes, even better.
Yeah.
That means you're gonna be chilling. You're gonna be slowing down. You're gonna actually do it the Carlos way, which is I show up, do my thing, I slow down, I sit down, I hang out. If I'm staying on property, I just leave, hang out for a little bit, go back, no rush. So that's the way to go. That's amazing. Sheila said, according to my son, Volcano Bay is awesome. He was on an opening team. Yes. So,
yeah, I remember.
We have not been on Volcano Bay, but obviously we have seen the pictures. We have seen videos. When we stay in Cabana Bay,
it was like right there.
Saw it. It was there. From our floor, we could actually see the actual water park.
It was right there.
Yeah, we look like kids behind a glass window. And it looks amazing. But knowing myself, I will just hang around, walk around, just to discover, let the kids do a couple of things, and eventually just chill in front of the water pool or the volcano, because that's what I'm all about relaxing. Chilling. I don't kill myself. So that's what I would do. But definitely Volcano Bay is in our to-do list. Yes. So sorry that we haven't done it yet. It's just that we continue to encounter different other priorities. We know that it's not going anywhere. I don't have no rush to push any content, because I probably will not tell you something that other people haven't told you. You probably feel, you knowing me, you guys know that I probably presented to you in a different way from the family perspective. So eventually we'll do it. I promise you, sometime this year we'll do it. But anyways, guys, 10 o'clock. Time flies when you're having fun. And nobody got slapped around here.
No.
That's a good thing.
This is a slap-free environment.
There you go. But anyway, guys, thank you so much. You guys have a wonderful week. Next week, are we coming back on is it Monday or Tuesday?
I want to say Tuesday, because I think their meets on Monday.
Yeah, that's right. Next week is on. So next week we're gonna see each other on Tuesday. We're gonna do that live stream on Tuesday. So come back. We have great conversations. Bring up more questions, because we love to chat with you guys. Tell your friends, tell your family to join us. We're almost at 2,500, which is amazing. I mean,
who would have thought?
We feel honored and flattered to be there. Continue to promote us, because that's how we get to do more cool stuff for you and give you more recommendations by promoting the channel and having more views. But we will see you next Tuesday. Video will go out on Wednesday and Friday. Apologies for not being able to release something last week, because we got kind of tied up on other things. But video will come out Wednesday and Friday. Stay tuned for that. We will see you next week. Guys, we love you from the bottom of our heart. We mean it. Thank you so much, and have a good one.
Good night, guys. Thank you.
Bye.